I saw this recently drop. Um, and it's funny, kind of and weird, in a sense, topical, as I have been playing the game this gentleman is involved with, and that is so Marty O'Donnell here, who is a composer for such a big franchise as Halo originally. So that's composer and part of many childhoods. Now going to toss the ring of power to the fires of Mount Doom, and he's now he's gone full on political Trump endorsed candidate for Congress. Good for him. But he had this update going. I'm very disappointed that SacAnime has disinvited me from Halo 25 reunion at their conference next month. If you thought we, well, if you thought we defeated cancel culture in 2024, guess again. If anybody thought that, you were fucking mental. I never thought it was ever going to be defeated yet, had been defeated. But yeah, so he received this message. Hey Marty, the promoter of SacAnime has shared that his LGBTQ staff does not feel comfortable with if you attend the event. Based on your recently reported statements of the political campaign, they have to rescinded their invitation to not cause any further staff upset. Feel free to give redacted or I a call for any further discussion. Apparently, well, Geeks and Gamers did cover this, and he even links their article for further coverage. Halo composer Marty O'Donnell canceled by convention after former Kamala Harris account misrepresents comments. Imagine my shock. But I mean, honestly, like, why bother with these conventions anymore? They're all full of paused gay shit. They're not gonna be fair. They're not gonna be doing anything to, stretch that hand across the aisle sort of bullshit. Like, I just don't understand why people are still bothering with some of these conventions. Anyways, let's go into this. Halo composer and Republican congressional candidate Marty O'Donnell says he has been disinvited from the upcoming SacAnime convention after LGBTQ staff members reportedly objected to his appearance over his political comments that were previously portrayed by a Kamala Harris-aligned social media account as calling for the persecution of LGBTQ people. No way is he that based. There is one significant problem that with that characterization. O'Donnell never called for LGBTQ people to be persecuted in the comments being cited. Here's the message we just read. O'Donnell revealed his removal from the convention in an X post on Tuesday, August 11th. I'm very disappointed that SacAnime has disinvited me from the Halo 25 reunion at the conference. The former Bungie composer, whose work alongside Michael Salvatore helped create the iconic sound of Halo franchise, included a screenshot of a message explaining why his invitation had apparently been rescinded. The promoter of SacAnime has shared that his LGBTQ staff does not feel comfortable if you attend the event. Message reads, it continues based on, okay, so we saw that. Wording, recently reported statements is particularly notable given the controversy that erupted around O'Donnell's comments less than a month ago. What Marty O'Donnell actually said. On July 17th, the verified headquarters account on X, formerly associated with the Kamala Harris campaign's Kamala HQ operation, posted a clip of O'Donnell appearing on the WDW Pro Show. The account made an explosive accusation against him. Headquarters unearthed Trump-endorsed Nevada GOP candidate Marty O'Donnell calls for persecution of LGBTQ people and treating them as an existential threat. Like I said, it wasn't going to be that based. Let's see if it has. Let me see if it has audio for this.
A lot of that money flowing in to help democratic socialism win. You have a very different vision for the future for the country. And I think if people had been listening to you inside Bungie would be in a better place. What do you think might be a better place for America going forward than what we are watching from some sections of the East and West Coast?
Talk about an existential threat. This is where we are right now. We are on the cliff, looking down into the abyss, and the abyss is Marxism. It's anti-Western philosophy. There's a weird alliance of all these groups that are like to pretend like they're oppressed. So the LGBTQ plus people, the Islamists, the Marxists, they're all together now.
Yeah, what's the problem here? But that is not what O'Donnell says, and we just played the clip. Speaking about what he views as an ideological threat facing Western society, O'Donnell said, talk about existential threat. We just heard it. Whatever one thinks of O'Donnell's arguments, headquarters didn't simply criticize his words. It attributed a post to him that he did not express. Most glaringly, O'Donnell does not call for persecution of LGBTQ people anywhere in the quoted remarks. Now that would have been taking a stand, goddammit. There's no call for persecution of anyone at all. Furthermore, yeah, he just basically said that now these groups are completely allied with each other. The Marxists, the what have yous, they're all together in one little ball of. They're in the big gay pile. Think of South Park, the big gay pile. Dash says if he's burdening the Kamala campaign he can't be all bad. No, I'm not saying it. It's just funny how they miss. But this is this really is the problem with this whole all this sort of shit is that they're just allowed to run rampant, misrepresenting facts and stuff like that but then the problem is that there's no actually convincing the liberals that is anything other than their promoted message. So you're stuck one way or another. Listen, we just gotta. Anyways, let's get through this. Furthermore, O'Donnell explicitly identifies the abyss he is discussing as Marxism and anti-Western philosophy. Yes. Headquarters post transforms that argument into the considerably more inflammatory allegation that O'Donnell wants the LGBT people persecuted and considers them specifically an existential threat. In a sense, yes, because they are pretty much against the natural order. And I'm not talking from a God standpoint. I'm talking about from, nature and everything. For them, they are a genetic dead end. They are. They do not propagate the human race in any positive way, as we further discover and see. And in a sense, he's still he wouldn't be wrong if only he ran with that. Those are two very different statements. O'Donnell's political career makes the accusation even more significant. This isn't simply an online fight involving an iconic video game composer. O'Donnell is currently the Republican nominee for Nevada's 3rd Congressional District. After winning the Republican primary in June, he will face Democratic incumbent Republican Susie Lee in Representative Susie Lee in November. Reuters characterizes November 03 as a key battleground district that could play a role in determining control of the House of Representatives. O'Donnell also received President Donald Trump's endorsement during the Republican primary. DK's therapist saying they should go back to hanging out on the docks or in shady parts of town. In my honest opinion, that, you know, let sometimes keeping a separation of things is a good thing. I'll put it like that. It's a good thing. Separation can be good. Dash says, and they're collectivist commies, the way they put the way they form one big pile. Exactly. President Trump described O'Donnell as a world-class composer and entrepreneur, while giving him his complete and total endorsement. I mean, I've played through Halo 1 and I'm now into Halo 2. I mean, yes, the soundtrack is fantastic. It really stands out. It's got its own unique flavor to it. And he did well matching it with the action that goes on screen and stuff like that. So, I mean, I had nothing but good things to say. Go back if you want to go and watch those gaming streams that I've done for Halo 1, and then I started Halo 2 when I finished Halo 1 on the same stream. That political context makes the headquarters post much more consequential than an ordinary social media dispute. An account with roots in Democratic presidential campaign messaging, excuse me, made a highly inflammatory claim about an opposing party's congressional candidate. And now O'Donnell is reporting professional consequences stemming from his, quote, recently reported statements. Marty O'Donnell responds in an exclusive statement provided to Geeks and Gamers. O'Donnell revealed that this appearance at SacAnime had been in the works since January, and said the convention had even asked him to record a promotional video for the event just 2 weeks before his invitation was rescinded. O'Donnell also directly addressed the controversy surrounding his existential threat remarks, arguing that his comments have been twisted by his political opponents, and alleging that his removal from SacAnime was ultimately motivated by his Republican congressional campaign. O'Donnell told Geeks and Gamers in full, quote, in January, I was invited to attend a Halo reunion at SacAnime over Labor Day weekend in Sacramento, California. Well, that was it. See, there's your problem, was thinking anything was going to go right in fucking California, bro. I was excited to attend with so many stars, including Jen Taylor and Steve Downs, to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Halo with all of our fans. They even asked me to record a video promoting my attendance 2 weeks ago. After SacAnime made numerous announcements of my attendance over this last weekend, I was told I was being disinvited because I called Marxism an existential threat. They have removed me from their website and deleted all their posts on social media promoting my appearance. My existential threat comment has been twisted by my political opponents a lot over the last few weeks, and anyone who saw the video knows that to be true. That is why I know it's not why I have been pulled from SacAnime. I was pulled because I'm a Republican candidate for office. Funny enough, SacAnime's decision to prove my point. Silencing the opposition is a key opponent of Marxism, and that is one reason why Marxism is an existential threat to our country. I genuinely believe, but the problem is that nobody's actually doing anything to stop the Marxists. Not really. Like, it's all paid in lip service and stuff like that. It's all a bunch of bluster. They're all just, saber rattling. There's nothing real to it. There's nothing behind it. Who's actually going out there and stopping these Marxists hardcore? Nobody. They're all punching and beating the shit out of y'all. So, when's the kickback? But then, I mean, hey, they basically are in control of everything, control of a lot of things at this point. Like we read earlier, our judicial system going after corporations and stuff like that, making sure that the government stays well provided in their coffers. Anyways, I genuinely believe we had to put an end to cancel culture after the 2024 election, but that was just the end to what AOC called Woke 1 earlier this week. Woke 2 is here, and it is just as eager to silence and destroy conservatives as Woke 1. What the fuck? That's so incredibly gay. Did she really? Oh. You know, this I think I've said this on other things. It's like on Statics Weekend pregame. The new batch of liberals didn't, and my brother and I have talked about this too. The new batch of liberals that are being indoctrinated are not getting the same levels of like training and messaging as the old school ones did. They knew how to write. They knew how to do the subversive writing and They knew how to subvert culture in a much better way. I mean, it is just probably now that they are just so like they've got their fingers in everything. It doesn't matter, so they can just let their little idiot foot soldiers go out. But when you got some bad messaging like that, just calling it woke 1, woke 2, come on, AOC, you're telling me you couldn't have come up with a better little term than that? Jeez, it's weak. Anyways, unfortunately for them, I can't be silenced. I will continue to use my voice to speak out against the threats of our country faces, especially from Marxists who seek to destroy the United States. O'Donnell's statements also provide additional context to the timeline. According to him, SacAnime wasn't merely planning his appearance months in advance. The convention was still actively promoting his participation and requesting promotional material from him as recently as 2 weeks ago. And this was written... do they have a date on when this was? August 11th. Okay, so just yesterday. This was... Okay. August 11th, 2026 was when this was written. Jen Taylor had already promoted O'Donnell's appearance. O'Donnell's removal came after his participation in the Halo reunion had already been publicly promoted by another major figure from the franchise. Jen Taylor, the longtime voice actress behind Cortana, previously posted a video to Instagram discussing the upcoming SacAnime reunion and expressing her excitement that O'Donnell would be joining her and several other Halo cast members at the convention.
Voice of Cortana, Dr. Halsey, Joyeuse in Halo, Princess Peach and Toad in some of the Mario Brothers games, Zoe in Left 4 Dead, Salem and Ruby, Go Volume 10. And I'm going to be at SacAnime Summer, September 4th through the 6th, Friday, September 4th through the 6th, at the Union Convention Center in Sacramento. You can go to SacAnime.com to get information about tickets and find out who else is going to be there. It's going to be a Halo reunion of sorts. Steve Downs, Jeff Steitzer, Voice of God, Tim Dodabo, Guilty Spark, and Marty O'Donnell, the men behind the music, and casting us. Yay, go Marty.
She named him!
We're all going to be at SacAnime, September 4th through 6th. Can't wait to...
Now, I don't know if this article will cover, but I'm just going to kind of ask the question right now before I continue on. Are any of his fellow Halo people standing by him? Are they gonna? I doubt it, but I'm just kind of, you get that question. Are they gonna stand behind him and go, well, what the fuck is going on with all this? I mean, it did just, like, we just got news of a lot of this, I guess, yesterday, or at least some of it dropped yesterday, but it makes me curious. Are they gonna stand by him? Are they gonna disinvite themselves and not go and really, punch at SacAnime for disinviting a person very largely responsible for Halo and everything? Are they gonna? Probably not. And I would say that if anybody's actually going, that's within our circles and stuff like that, these circles, whatever. If they are still there, question them. Why didn't you stand by your friend, by a person, a part of this development? That was such a equally big part of its development and its popularity. I mean, I've always seen people talk about this guy's score for Halo as being as big as it is. So yeah, are you guys gonna stand by him? That's the kind of question I got. O'Donnell has since been removed from SacAnime's website for a celebration of Halo's 25th anniversary. O'Donnell is hardly an incidental guest. He was one of the central creative figures responsible for establishing the identity of the original game, and the music he created with Michael Salvatore remains inseparable from the franchise. Misrepresenting O'Donnell's words has real consequences. This isn't the first time they've done this sort of shit. These people always misrepresent the quote unquote other side. But nothing's been really done. The issue here isn't whether O'Donnell political opponents like his views. The issue is whether those opponents accurately represented what he said. Who cares? To them, it doesn't matter. They can do this. They control the narratives. That's what people still are refusing to understand, that these people still control their narratives. They still control it heavily. They are the ones that are influencing all this shit. O'Donnell argued that Western society faces an ideological threat from Marxism and anti-Western philosophy, and described what he sees as an alliance between the LGBT activists, Islamists, and Marxists. Headquarters transformed that argument into a claim that O'Donnell calls for the I fucking wish at this point. Treats them as an existential threat. Those words carry an entirely different meaning. O'Donnell never called for LGBTQ people to be persecuted. He never advocated punishing them, stripping them of their rights, or taking any action against them whatsoever. In fact, when O'Donnell invoked an existential threat, he immediately explained what he was talking about. The abyss is Marxism. It's anti-Western philosophy. Yes, he went right into it. The context isn't ambiguous, yet the much more inflammatory characterization of his remarks presented O'Donnell as a congressional candidate advocating the persecution of a group of Americans, an accusation far more extreme than anything he actually said. And now the controversy has moved beyond political mudslinging on social media. O'Donnell made a political argument. That argument was subsequently portrayed by a prominent political social media account as to call to persecute people. Then O'Donnell was informed that he was no longer welcomed at a major convention because of the way his political statements had been reported. That is precisely why accurately quoting people matters. This isn't merely a disagreement over political rhetoric anymore. It never... You guys, I swear, so many of these groups have been so long sitting on the fence that the fence is ridden so far up their own ass. I'm surprised they can even get to this idea. Oh, now, only now, anymore. No, A demonstrably more inflammatory version of O'Donnell's remarks entered the public conversation, and O'Donnell is now facing professional consequences amid the resulting controversy. I mean, if you want to just keep it within slightly current, within the last, 10 years, they were already doing this. It's just within, look at what they did during Trump's first political campaign to become president. They were always misrepresenting anything he was saying. And that's what I was especially just like, what the fuck is going on anymore with some of the former people that were so pro Gamergate and knew exactly what the media was doing, misrepresenting the arguments, misrepresenting the facts, that then suddenly even they were buying into what the media was telling them about Trump and I'm like, what? You idiots, are you not seeing the fucking oh god, no, I forget. Are you not seeing the patterns here? Are you not having that pattern recognition of what's going on? But then it also then just stems from, then you have to probably realize these were always fucking posers to begin with. TK says, not a fan of the reactionary right, to be honest. Have some balls and conviction. If O'Donnell said he wants TND, it would be... it would still be wrong to disinvite him. Simple as. Whatever SacAnime thinks of O'Donnell's politics, it should be making decisions based on what he actually said, not on words that somebody else put in his mouth. How do you feel about Marty O'Donnell being canceled from SacAnime? Sound off and let us know. I think it's absolutely bitch move. It's the typical cowardice of these groups, of these conventions. They aren't gonna actually, because they fear their own side more than anything, and that's what it is. It's just the people of that side. If they could have just kept it to promoting him as, you know, the guy that did Halo soundtrack, they would have kept it that way. Of course, they wouldn't have mentioned anything of his political career, which, I mean, you know, but then that was kind of the weaponized thing of, you know, there's few things you talk about with people. Religion, politics are two of them. I forgot what I know that religion, politics, and I feel like there's a third one, but that was just kind of its own weapon, because then, I mean, the people that would most profuse that would be talking about those very things anyways. I mean, honest, I don't know why and if there would be any surprise to this, all things considered. And like it's all stupid, and even like this, to me, just comes off to still very performative bullshit. He should have known better. And it comes as no surprise that over a fucking just a basic bitch response like that would get him kicked out of a panel from SacAnime in fucking Sacramento, California, for God's sakes. So yeah, it's not surprising to me. He should have known better. And I already asked the question, are his former co-workers, could be friends and stuff like that, are they gonna step away from the convention? I highly doubt it, because I'm pretty sure some of these people, probably even especially her, are more than happy to, you know, will easily step by him and be still part of this convention, considering they fall in line with all this stuff. So that's my bigger question: is are those people also going to step away from the 25th anniversary at SacAnime? I doubt it, but it's a question you got to ask. So there you go. Yeah, that's kind of another curiosity I had too, dude, was why is the Halo convention being at an anime convention of all damn things, the Halo 25th anniversary? Why? That was kind of like what I was originally thinking too, was like, why at an anime convention of all damn things? Like, I know there's a lot of crossover with some things, but like for a full-on anime convention, like why? Didn't make a whole lot of sense either. But yeah. Dude says there was the Halo Legends miniseries with some anime studios making one-offs in the Halo universe. Oh, okay. I never profuse to be any kind of a Halo fan. I am a complete normie. I don't know if I would call myself a tourist, but like it is, I finally played through the first game. I played through a bit of the second. So I'm unaware of some of this stuff. And he says, but that was around the 10th anniversary. Oh, okay. Well, maybe because if they did do that, then yeah, then it's like, oh, it has those, you know, those roots in it. So that's like, oh, we'll add it. Yes, Wade. Typical misinformation. Yeah, and like even in the Geeks and Gamers article, they try and make it sound like something so current, but it's not. That's been going, misrepresentation of especially of the right, has been going on, and I've made it a little more within the last 10 years since Trump's first political campaign. They've been doing this shit. So that's why it's so funny to me that people find it so shocking and everything. Okay, let's see here.
Thank you for watching this clip from Respawn Roast Cantina. Please like and subscribe if you like what you see and check out the full episode.